Hello everybody, we're going to see how far I get with this. I might not get too far because my camera's on low battery, but it's also quite late and so I can't film much later than this. And this is the last video I have to film. So this is the J tag. I was tagged by Joel Swagman and he was tagged in the original by Jim's Books Reading and Stuff. He does a lot of these alphabet tags, so J is one of his more recent ones. He's probably past it by the time you see this. But yeah, there are a bunch of J themed questions. We're going to go through them and then we'll tag some people at the end. So, Dane reads, J is for Japan. What was the last book you read by a Japanese author? That for me would have been In the Miso Soup by Murakami. I did a full review of this which I'll link to below. Very good book. It was recommended to me by Robert Honor, who's a musician friend. Basically sort of explores the seedy underbelly of Japan's sex industry. And I think it was described as like American Psycho goes abroad. It was better than American Psycho. J is for Jamaica. What was the last book you read by an author from the Caribbean? Well, first off, there is actually a book called J is for Jamaica by Benjamin Zephaniah, which I've read. It's like a alphabet book for kids basically, and Zephaniah is British Caribbean. The last book that I read by a Caribbean author, I don't know if I can give you an answer for this, just because I don't tend to pay too much attention to where authors come from. I'm trying to think what I've read recently. Nothing springs to mind, I'm afraid. J is for Jane Austen and July. What are you reading for hashtag Jane Austen July 2021? If you were late to the party, what did you read for Jane Austen July 2021? Well, I've only ever read Persuasion. I did also read Death Comes to Pemberley by P.D. James, which was alright. It was a lot better than Persuasion. I've read a few of Jane Austen's short stories actually as well. I don't think she's very good at all. She can't spell for a start. So yeah, I don't like Jane Austen, I'm afraid. I'd much rather read like George Eliot or anyone that's not Jane Austen. J is for James Joyce. What is your favourite novel by James Joyce? Have you been brave enough to tackle Finnegan's Wake? No, I've read a couple of Joyce's short stories, and I've read the Dubliners, which I read in this really cool, it was like a pulp style cover. The whole range of them were really cool actually, like very cool covers and really nice book design, which just made it more of a pleasure to read than I think it would have been. But I still enjoyed it, so I will read more James Joyce at some point. J is for joke. Tell us a bookish joke. Okay, so a chicken walks into a library and goes, book! And the librarian goes, oh, okay, here's a book. And the chicken takes it and goes away. And then he comes back the next day and he goes, book, book. So the librarian gives him 2 books. And he takes them off, goes away. Comes back the next day, he goes, book, book, book. So the librarian gives him 3 books. And again, he takes those books off, comes back the next day. And he's like, book, 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 book. So the librarian gives him 4 books. But this time he's like, I'm gonna follow this chicken and see what's going on. So he follows the chicken wanders off and he's taking them to his frog mate, and his frog mate's just taking one look at them and going, read it, read it, read it. J is for Jaguar. Enzo Ferrari described the Jaguar E-Type XKE as the most beautiful car in the world. What do you consider the most beautiful car in the world? Well, I don't really see beauty in cars. Like, I just see them as destroying the planet. I mean, I can drive, I've learned to drive, but I don't have a car. And if I did drive, ideally I'd want to drive an electric car, so maybe like a Tesla. I quite like the Priuses as well. They're alright. But yeah, cars in general, I don't understand why people find cars attractive, to be honest. That's weird. And that is all of the questions. So I'm going to go through and tag some people. We'll do my usual method of just looking at who's recently commented on my videos. So we're going to tag Emma Rosen Books, JeremyFee, The Archive, Graham Quigley. I'm going to tag Books of Blood, The Bookish Report, Big Hard Books and Classics, Marie McWilliams, Lost in My Library, and Abraham Woodrum. So there we have it. That was the J book tag, the J tag. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what you thought of my answers. Let me know if you've read any of these books, etc. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe button for more, and I will see you soon for another bookish video. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.